Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel where we just pour into each other and help each other reach our most soft, feminine, divine, passionate living, and we work through all of our challenging seasons while also just tapping into that soft space so we can just live an amazing life. And so today I am so excited because I just want to share something with you. If you click this video, then you're possibly thinking about moving to a new city. Are you thinking about leaving your comfort zone and doing something uncomfortable? And maybe you're a little fearful. Well, I want to tell you that every woman should at least once in her life travel away from home, move away from home, or move away from her comfort spot or zone. Now, this isn't about chasing some career or chasing a dream, although all of these things fall underneath that one umbrella, but moving away from your comfort zone, moving to a new city, helps you tap into a more softer feminine state and helps you find yourself in doing something different and living your life and challenging yourself. So if you are questioning about moving, take this as a sign to move to a new city and take on a challenge, because I promise you it is so rewarding. I've done it. I've been living in Dallas for 8 years, and right out of college I moved straight to Dallas, and I've learned a lot through this journey, but I've also found myself, my purpose, and my goals, and I want to share that with you. So moving to a new city will help you become more feminine and help you tap into that softer space. It is very important that a woman experience this so that we can have our own identity, we can become closer to our purpose, and that we can truly fall in love with this life that we're given, even with the ups and downs. So I pray and I hope that you take on this challenge and that you move forward and you take the leap. You don't truly know who you are until you leave that comfort area. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how does moving to a new city, breaking away from your comfort zone, help you become and tap into that soft woman era that you deserve to be. A soft woman, a feminine woman, have strong morals. And I can speak off of this from experience. When you move to a city away from your comfort zone, you're not being influenced from your comfort or from the people you grew up with or that was around you. You're going to be exposed to so many different type of people, experiences, all type of things. But in order for you to be this strong, resilient, feminine woman, beautiful woman, you have to have morals, because if not, you are going to lose yourself. And so either you already have your morals that you were brought up with, or you need to find and figure out what your morals are. Now keep in mind, these morals will only lift you up, keep you in line and on the right path towards your purpose. Anything outside of that, outside of these guidelines, will separate you from your purpose, separate you from God, and you don't want that. And I will say, out of all the topics that I talk about today, this is probably one of the most important ones, because when you move to a new city, you don't want to lose who you are. A strong, feminine, loving woman, she knows who she is and she owns it, but she's also responsible and listens to her morals. So also when you move to a new city, it's easy to be influenced by the people that you meet. Unfortunately, that can also be the wrong influence as well. And so when you move, you want to make sure that you're intentional about the friends that you let into your life, the love that you let into your life, the careers, the opportunities, the experiences, even the food that you eat. You want to guard and gatekeep all of those things, because they need to be aligned with your morals, and that's going to keep you grounded, and that's going to stop you from getting lost and separating from your true purpose. Remember, a soft woman doesn't just move with the flow, she moves with intention. Everything that she does, it's always grounded and rooted into those morals. And even when nobody's looking, now this is important, listen, even when nobody is looking, you want to stand true to those morals, because this is going to be you against you. You're making sure that you're on the right path and that you're going to reach the goals and the purpose that you want. When you move away on your own, no one else can really hold you accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable. So a true, soft, feminine woman, she's going to hold herself accountable. She's going to stand firm in what she believes in. and she's going to be disciplined. When you move away from home, no one is going to really it's not their responsibility to check up on you, but it's your responsibility to check up on yourself and keep yourself in line. Now, if you don't have morals, I want you to sit down, think about, why do you want to move? Why are you feeling pushed to move? Close your eyes and think about, dream, envision the type of woman that you want to be, the life that you want, the goals, everything. Now, in order for you to obtain these things, you need certain provisions and guidelines in order for you to get that discipline. And so the number one thing also is that you don't want to sell your soul. You don't want to give up your morals, the way that you've been brought up, the way that you respect yourself, in order to reach your goal faster or quicker. So figure out what it is and stand true to those morals, and I promise you, you will know which ones are right from wrong. It's not going to separate you from God. It's not going to separate you from your loved ones. It's not going to separate you from yourself. It's not going to make you feel insecure or hurt you internally. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's point number 1. Point number 2, a soft woman also embraces discomfort, and that she understands that discomfort is what helps her grow. So softness isn't about being delicate, but it's about being resilient and also learning, using your challenges, using your failures, using the discomfort to grow and to get closer to her purpose. So if you think about it, if you stay at home, if you stay in your comfort zone, you may have some opportunities to grow, but moving away intensifies that 10 times. And so it's forcing you to get out of your comfort zone, to embrace discomfort, take on that challenge, and to grow. A soft and feminine woman can remain soft and feminine because she constantly put herself through discomfort when it's requiring her to grow, or when the growth is requiring her to be uncomfortable. She puts herself through that. And that's keeping you soft because you know that you can get through it, that you have been through it, and you know that you are going to reach your purpose and nothing's going to stop you from doing that. So why stress? Why worry? Because you're equipped to do it. You're strong enough. And so discomfort is a key factor for you to grow. So you handle it with grace and ease. Moving away from your comfort and moving to a new city would throw you into that space. And this is important because when you leave the known, this is when you truly meet the real you. How do you respond in certain situations versus how do you want to respond? How do you feel in certain situations versus how do you want to feel? All type of things, but you got to be uncomfortable in order for you to truly find who you are. And the feminine, soft, caring, loving woman, she's authentic and she knows who she is. And so I want that for you. You learn how to cook for yourself. You learn how to spend time with yourself. You learn how to do new things, take on new challenges, new hobbies, apply for a job that you never thought you would. You also have moments where you might cry in the shower, where you might feel a bit lonely, or you might feel a little bit insecure, but you get back up. And that's what's extremely important, because through this journey that we're living, especially as women, we are going to be faced with many obstacles, many challenges, even from our loved ones. But when we have that endurance and that love, we always learn how to stand back up. And this is extremely important. And it's something I had to learn when I moved to a new city by myself too. I had to learn how to sit with myself and be alone, go through the low seasons and the high. But once I healed, once I grew from those low seasons, life is so beautiful, and I promise it's even beautiful during the low seasons. But I had to learn how to grow. I had to learn how to grow from the challenges. I had to make my mistakes, and I had to grow and learn from those as well, because each of those mistakes brought me closer to my purpose. So you stop waiting to be rescued and you learn how to rescue yourself. And that is extremely important. And the best way to do that, again, is to move out on your own and away from your comfort zone. That is the soft life. Not because it's easy, but because it's yours and you own it and you're prepared and ready for just about anything that life throws at you. So point number 3, and this one is one of my favorites, and I've been through this. I've been here for 8 years into a new city, away from family, away from the friends that I knew. When you move to a new city, you are going to tap into this soft feminine space. It's going to force you into this soft feminine space because you will fall in love with yourself. You're going to date yourself because you have to, especially if you don't know anybody in a new location. Maybe you're dating around, but you're just in this new space. You have to be okay with you and just spending time with yourself. And although I had a piece of this when I was in my comfort zone, and you might have this too because you have maybe loved ones or friends pouring into you, giving you love, but have you truly just sat with yourself and poured into yourself and enjoyed just your company, your thoughts, the hobbies that you like to do? Have you ever just talked to yourself and listened to your emotions and your feelings? That is extremely important, and that's what's going to keep you into a soft state. Being okay with being alone. And this is even when you have a significant other. If you are in a relationship, it's probably even way more important because you still want a sense of identity. You still want to love yourself before you allow somebody else to love you. And so this is the fun part, because you now have the permission to be selfish. Be selfish with you and with your time and with your space. Be selfish and do the things that you want to do and spend time with yourself. So take yourself out to brunch. Go to museums. Explore this new city. Go to the different events. Show up alone and challenge yourself. Going back to the last point, get out of your comfort zone. Go on dates. Meet new girlfriends. Find a new church, whatever it is. But life is an adventure, and that's what I want you to realize. Moving to a new city, you're going to realize that this life that we have is a beautiful adventure, and it's a beautiful love story about you and yourself, and you finding yourself and falling in love with yourself. So you laugh at your own jokes, you love journaling, or you learn how to journal, you love, just tapping into your thoughts, your feelings, finding your femininity and really being in that soft space. But it's extremely important, especially if you're desiring to be a soft, feminine, loving woman. And I always say this, soft femininity is extremely important, because if we want that loving marriage, that loving family, that lifestyle that we want, and we want to receive that love from all these other different things, we first have to give it to ourselves, and that way we can also pour it into other people. And that makes you a magnet, I promise. It makes you a magnet to the right people who's going to give you that energy in return. So moving to a new city is going to help you tap into that space. So that was point number 3. So if you ever thought about moving to a new city, take this as a sign. Take that leap and put that trust in yourself. Become her. Become that woman that you're envisioning that you want to be, and move forward towards that destination. So I'm going to challenge you to do it. If you're looking for a sign, take this as your sign. Move to a new city and fall in love with the whole process and the journey. I am extremely excited for you. So please, let me know in the comments if you are moving, thinking about moving, considering or have the opportunity. Drop it in the comments below. I would love to know which city you're thinking about, where you want to move, and even why you want to move. I'm excited for you. This is a beautiful journey, and I pray and I hope that you truly fall in love with yourself. That life that you want, that goal, I promise you it's going to be even 10 times better than what you can even imagine and think of, because it's God be working. He is working and doing amazing things through you, but you have to trust him and lean on him, lean on your morals, and make sure you're pouring into yourself, stepping out of your comfort zone and dating yourself, falling in love with yourself. It is the most beautiful season. So I hope you take that leap and that you move forward. So as always, I always love talking to you guys. Remember that you are beautiful, you are loved, you're strong and capable. I believe in you. Please drop a comment or subscribe or even just a like. I very much appreciate it, and I love you. Can't wait to talk to you again. Good luck. Mwah.